Boys fans, welcome to the OU Football Preview Show. I'm Heath, with me Eschbach, and we are at Cohiba Lounge and Royal Pipes and Tobacco right here on Boyd and Jenkins in Norman. A great place to come for cigars and a good drink and watch your favorite sporting event. Al, before we talk about the upcoming game, because this is a preview show, but we have to talk a little bit about the monumental OU-Texas Red River rivalry game in Dallas last Saturday.
Well, the greatest one I've ever seen, and I've been to about 50 of them. It's just unbelievable.
You've been to about 50 of them, and that was.
Yeah, and they stormed the field. First time ever seen that happen, and it was just an amazing game for so many different things they get behind 14-0 in the first couple of minutes of the game, then they're behind 28-7. Then you got a true freshman coming off the bench leading the team to victory with some spectacular plays. It's just
biggest comeback in the rivalry history.
Yeah, just 55-48, and just there was so many big plays, and momentum just shifted to OU side.
Big calls, big plays.
Yeah,
both sides.
Yeah, it was just an amazing game. Just
it was an
incredible.
amazing game, and we'll talk more about it. But we are at Cohiba Lounge and Royal Pipes and Tobacco here in Norman, Boyd, and Jenkins, where on Friday, October 15th and 16th, they have an Oliva event where if you buy 3, you get 1 free. You buy 5, you get 2 free. If you buy 10, you get 4 free. And if you buy a whole box like this of these wonderful Oliva cigars, you get a 10% discount plus a lot of Oliva swag. And don't forget, October 15th, Elvis will be in the house at Cohiba Lounge. That's right, Elvis impersonators coming in. It'll be a lot of fun on Friday, October 15th here at Cohiba Lounge. We'll be right back right after this. Hey, neighborhood jams in Norman and in Oklahoma City. There's 3 locations now. Norman on Main Street next to the railroad tracks, in Midtown in Oklahoma City on 150th and North Penn. And it's the same great food on Neighborhood Jams. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or brunch, it's always great at Neighborhood Jams. The breakfast is with biscuits as big as a plate, and the brunches on Saturday and Sunday. There can't go wrong at Neighborhood Jams. 3 great locations in the Oklahoma City metro area, one in Norman, one in Midtown, and one on 150th and North Penn in Oklahoma City.
1978, before the internet, before cell phones. That's when Basie's Roofing was founded. A lot has changed since then, but what hasn't is Basie's commitment to helping customers just like you deal with damage to their roofs and home after a storm. You never pay up front, and there's absolutely zero risk. It's been that way since 1978. Now maybe we're a little old-fashioned, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And if it is broke, well, give us a call.
Basie's Roofing, the name you can trust.
You're looking for a great tasting club special at your favorite golf club or bar, ask for a Oklahoma club special made with Prairie Wolf vodka, distilled right here in Oklahoma in Guthrie, Oklahoma. That's Prairie Wolf Distillery, Guthrie, Oklahoma.
At Laser Light Skin Clinic, our most popular treatment is now more affordable than ever. Right now, you can save up to 50% on Cool Sculpting, the #1 choice for non-invasive fat reduction. Our flexible treatment plans allow you to choose the option that is perfect for you. Focus on a single problem area or revive your life with a fresh new you. These are real results. For your personal Cool Sculpting consultation, call Laser Light Skin Clinic today. A new you awaits.
Let me tell you about a great company, locally owned, Crutcho Creek Sod Farm, in business here for over 35 years. They're locally owned and operated, and they have Bermuda, TIFF, fescue, even AstroTurf. They do delivery, installation, they do seeding, and hydro mulching. Everything to make your yard the beautiful yard you want it to be, whether it's a land reclamation or just your yard being resodded. Crutcho Creek Sod Farm can do it. Give them a call today. That's Crutcho Creek Sod Farm, 35 years, locally owned and operated here in Oklahoma City. Let me talk about one of my favorite places in Deep Deuce to eat and drink, and that's Bar Cicchetti. Bar Cicchetti with great menu, and they're featuring a wonderful brunch. If you haven't had brunch yet at Bar Cicchetti, you got to do it. It's available on Sundays. Wonderful new menu for brunch, and it is inventive and creative, and it changes every week. So if you're looking for a great place for a brunch, Bar Cicchetti on Northeast 2nd and Deep Deuce, great place to go for brunch. And during the week, they have great dinner specials as well as drink specials every day at Bar Cicchetti, Northeast 2nd Street in Deep Deuce. Also, they have the biggest big screen in Oklahoma City to watch your favorite sporting events. So if you're looking for food, drinks, and sports, go to Bar Cicchetti, Northeast 2nd Street in Deep Deuce. Hey, if you want to follow us along and see our show online, we have a YouTube channel, we have Facebook channel, and we have Twitter. So if you're looking to follow us during the game, Twitter would be the way to go. If you're looking for our show, YouTube and Facebook all have access to our show, and we have them on the channel. So on the big screen, follow us and be a part of the OU Football Preview Show with Al Eschbach and Rick Heath. And welcome back. Rick Heath, Al Eschbach from Cohiba Lounge here in Norman, where you can get a great cigar like the Olivas right here or any other top brand cigars. Come in, smoke a cigar, have a good drink, and watch your favorite sporting event here at Cohiba Lounge. Al, you mentioned the true freshman Caleb Williams coming in, relieving Spencer Rattler. Much like last year, Spencer made some mistakes the first half. Lincoln Riley set him down. He came back and won the game in the second half. This time the change was Caleb Williams came in and instantly changed the momentum of the game.
Yeah, and I think Trent Dilford said it best this week, former NFL quarterback. He has these camps of the elite quarterbacks in the country, and he said both Spencer and Rattler was the MVP, and he said Williams had the difference. He said Rattler's a pro quarterback. He said Williams is a generational quarterback.
Wow. See, now that speaks volumes. That speaks volumes.
It tells it all.
Well, you know, and Spencer Rattler is a really, really, really good quarterback.
Absolutely he is.
He could play. I mean, I was going through my mind, of the top 15 teams, he could start for 13 of them.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah.
I mean, he's that kind of quality quarterback. But nobody else has a backup like Caleb Williams.
Well, now Rattler's a backup. So Rattler doesn't practice on Monday. Williams took all the first team snaps, which I would think it's going to happen the rest of the week. Was, I think what Riley said, he just gave him time to think about all this. And because sometime during the season, they may need Spencer Rattler.
I agree. Now, you and I talked about that. At some point, I think Spencer Rattler will take meaningful snaps.
I don't think he will. I'll be shocked if he does.
Well, I think he will. I think there'll be something that happens during the year.
Well, if Williams is hurt or something like that.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I don't want to wish anything ill will, but
he got to be ready.
There's still 6 games left, plus playoff or Big 12 or whatever else.
But if Williams is healthy, he's the man.
And I understand that, but at some point there may be a situation.
That's right.
He gets his bell rung.
That's exactly right.
Something like that.
That's exactly right. They may need him this year. That's exactly right. So he needs to stay focused
and keep his head
and
in
work
there.
hard.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen all this happen. Jalen Hurts got benched,
and that's a perfect example. Someone around Rattler's dad or something said, "Look at Jalen Hurts.
How he handled that.
How he handled it.
And that was he handled it as well as anybody could. And you know what? That enhanced his reputation.
Oh,
his in the scouts' eyes, everything.
He's a hero in Alabama. They love Jalen Hurts.
Well, and a hero in Oklahoma. I mean, 2 universities,
and
two of the top universities
that's what
in the
they
country.
should point out to Spencer Rattler. Hey, look at Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, and so Spencer needs to keep his head in. I mean, I don't have a problem with thinking about it. I mean, it was a big deal. I mean, he came in this season as the #1 pick in the draft,
right?
Supposedly, and Heisman favorite, and now that's gone.
Yeah.
Okay, so now how do you regroup? How do you pull yourself together? You look at it and go, okay, something will happen to help me.
Absolutely, yeah.
So he has to look at it that way. Speaking of Caleb Williams, what a fantastic start for a young freshman.
Well, the 5 biggest plays on offense this year, all Caleb Williams. 2 runs over 60 yards, 3 passes over 50 yards. It tells you what he does to the offense.
That's how explosive he is.
Yes.
You know, and when he came in on the 4th and 1 and went 64 yards, that's when I thought, oh my goodness, OU may have a chance.
Yeah, that was such a huge play. I mean, that was.
You know, they were dead in the water, 28-7.
And they were on their own 34-yard line.
Yeah, so he goes and gets that. They score a touchdown. Things like that happen. And then, you know, they're still 18 down with 3:25 to go in the third quarter, and they still win.
Made some great plays, and I think the players rallied around him.
Yeah, they did. You know, Marvin Mims made great plays. Kennedy Brooks made great plays. The offensive line blocked better.
Well, yeah, you give up 600 yards, that's it. You give it A+ at the offensive line.
Exactly. Hey, we are at the Cohiba Lounge, adjacent to Royal Pipes and Tobacco here in Normal, where they are featuring the Oliva brand of cigars this Friday, Saturday. Come in and you get great discounts and specials on Oliva cigars. And on Friday night, Elvis will be in the house here at Cohiba Lounge. We'll come back right after this.
You know what? We really should call Basie's Roofing about that repair. We only have a certain amount of time with the insurance company.
Yep.
Have you seen my phone anywhere?
Hi, I'm here about the roof repair.
How did you do that?
I already contacted Basie's this morning.
There's no better time than now to have your roof inspected. Contact Basie's today and a fast, friendly professional will be right over.
Basie's Roofing, the name you can trust.
If you're looking for a great tasting club special at your favorite golf club or bar, ask for a Oklahoma club special made with Prairie Wolf vodka, distilled right here in Oklahoma in Guthrie, Oklahoma. That's Prairie Wolf Distillery, Guthrie, Oklahoma.
At Laser Light Skin Clinic, our most popular treatment is now more affordable than ever. Right now, you can save up to 50% on Cool Sculpting, the #1 choice for non-invasive fat reduction. Our flexible treatment plans allow you to choose the option that is perfect for you. Focus on a single problem area or revive your life with a fresh new you. These are real results. For your personal Cool Sculpting consultation, call Laser Light Skin Clinic today. A new you awaits.
Let me tell you about a great company, locally owned, Crutcho Creek Sod Farm, in business here for over 35 years. They're locally owned and operated, and they have Bermuda, TIF, fescue, even AstroTurf. They do delivery, installation, they do seeding, and hydro-mulching. Everything to make your yard the beautiful yard you want it to be, whether it's a land reclamation or just your yard being resodded. Crutcho Creek Sod Farm can do it. Give them a call today. That's Crutcho Creek Sod Farm, 35 years, locally owned and operated here in Oklahoma City.
You know what? We really should call Basie's Roofing about that repair. We only have a certain amount of time with the insurance company.
Yep.
Have you seen my phone anywhere?
Hi, I'm here about the roof repair.
How did you do that?
I already contacted Basie's this morning.
There's no better time than now to have your roof inspected. Contact Basie's today and a fast, friendly professional will be right over.
Basie's Roofing, the name you can trust.
Let me talk about one of my favorite places in Deep Deuce to eat and drink, and that's Bar Cicchetti. Bar Cicchetti with great menu, and they're featuring a wonderful brunch. If you haven't had brunch yet at Bar Cicchetti, you got to do it. It's available on Sundays. Wonderful new menu for brunch, and it is inventive and creative, and it changes every week. So if you're looking for a great place for a brunch, Bar Cicchetti on Northeast 2nd in Deep Deuce, great place to go for brunch. And during the week, they have great dinner specials as well as drink specials every day at Bar Cicchetti, Northeast 2nd Street in Deep Deuce. Also, they have the biggest big screen in Oklahoma City to watch your favorite sporting events. So if you're looking for food, drinks, and sports, go to Bar Cicchetti, Northeast 2nd Street in Deep Deuce. And welcome back, OU Football Preview Show. Rick Heath, Al Eschbach from the Cohiba Lounge. Hey, speaking of great drinks, Wander Folks and Prairie Wolf Spirits and Distillery have a great product in Wander Folk Spirits. They got a vodka brand, they got a gin brand, they got different variations there. They got Old Moses bourbon, and there's nothing better that goes with a good cigar like the Oliva cigar that they're featuring here at the Cohiba Lounge than Wander Folk Spirit or Old Moses bourbon. If your favorite restaurant or bar doesn't carry Wander Spirits, let them know. Tell them you want Wander Spirits distilled here in Guthrie, Oklahoma. Al, you know, the offense obviously came to life under Caleb Williams. But there were several factors. We mentioned in the last segment. The offensive line blocked better. The receivers, Caleb Williams trusted his receivers to make plays. They made plays. Kennedy Brooks ended up with over 200 yards rushing. I mean, just an outstanding performance once he came in.
You're right. I mean, they just gave him just something. And the one thing about Caleb, he does better than Spencer, his avoidability of getting sacked.
Yes.
And that means a lot too.
Well, and it seemed to me that when he came in after that 64-yard run, Texas was more aware, and they were worried about him
That's
getting
a great
loose.
point. They had to bring the safeties up closer.
Yeah, and so in other words, what that did was it opened up the field then.
Here, this is like a new toy for Lincoln Riley. And again, nothing against Spencer Rattler, nothing against him, but when you have a dual threat like this, it's a nightmare for opposing coaches.
Well, I mean, hey, that first run, 64 yards, he outran the defensive backs.
And he looked like he was going to get sacked for a loss.
He looked like it. He avoided the rush. He got on the angle, and then he outran the defensive backs for Texas.
Yeah.
And they're not slow.
Well, one's on a track team.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, and he outran them.
Yeah.
So, that just opened up everything. Hey, and the other thing, Caleb Williams trusted his receivers to make plays.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
That catch by Marvin.
Oh, it
Mims
was an
where he threw
unbelievable
it up.
catch. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
And that's what we've been saying all along. Get the big play with Marvin Mims. Why wasn't it happening?
Yeah, well, trust him.
Yeah.
And trust him, and nothing against Spencer.
No.
Spencer didn't want to throw it deep and get an interception, but right now Caleb's going, hey, I believe in my guy. I think he can make a play over the defensive backs. And so, and then his running ability and the passing ability opened up, and all of a sudden Kennedy Brooks showed why coming into this year, you and I both thought Kennedy Brooks should have been starting all
Well, he's one of the best backs in the conference. There's no doubt. He's a premier. He's a tremendous running back.
Well, as good as Bijan Robinson is, I mean, and he's going to be a huge player coming into college and in pros. Hey, Kennedy Brooks is best back on the field.
Absolutely, he was. And he looks. He doesn't look. He just glides. He doesn't look like he's real fast, but he is. I mean, he sort of reminds me of Rodney Anderson.
Yeah, what was the guy, Gadney?
Mike Gaddis.
Mike Gaddis had that same kind of run.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
He's making these moves, and all of a sudden, you don't think he's anywhere, and he's got creases, and he's 8-10 yards before really anybody.
All of a sudden, that offense was a complete offense.
Yes, it is now, and so now there's hope from the.
Yeah, the offense is now what we thought it was going to be before the season started.
Yes, and again, it's just something that has evolved, and again, a new toy for Lincoln. He is going to go, okay, so now TCU's defense, here we come, okay? Ready or not, here we come. TCU's defense, as good as it's been, is not that good this year.
No, it's not that good. And OU usually handles it pretty well, so.
The last 7 times they've averaged, or 5 times they've beaten them 7 games in a row. The last 5 they've averaged 18.5 differential.
That's unbelievable. That's a great stat.
Yeah, 18.5 differential in the last 7 wins. And they've won 7 out of the last 9. 8 out of the last 9. They only got beat 2014. And so coming in, they've got a 6:30 start. Everybody is going to be fired up. That stadium, which is just inside of where we are, is going to be crazy.
When they flash Caleb Williams as a starter on the video board, they're going to go nuts.
Well, yeah, I mean, they were nuts down in Dallas.
Yeah, you're right.
So, I mean, can you imagine what a whole stadium's going to be like?
Yeah, it's going to be crazy.
It's going to be like, and Lincoln Riley, Lincoln Riley's going to earn the big bucks. Getting Caleb up to speed and ready to go.
And getting Rattler around. Hey, we're going to need you, Spencer. Keep your head up and everything.
You got to buy in.
You got to buy in. That's exactly right.
Hey, we are at Cohiba Lounge here. We're on Friday, October 15th. Elvis will be in the house. And all weekend they'll have Oliva specials on the Oliva cigars and Oliva event Friday and Saturday. So you can come in that next Saturday before the TCU game, get an Oliva cigar, get big discounts, great drinks, and all that and more here at Cohiba Lounge. And welcome back. OU Football Preview Show. Al Eschbach, Rick Heath from the Cohiba Lounge. I want to circle back a little bit about the offense. The offensive line seemed to really, really take heart and get momentum and confidence in that OU Texas game.
Yeah, it did. Especially the game wore on, Texas got worn out. Let me tell you another thing, though. Willis, some of the blocks that he threw, and Drake Stoops. Drake Stoops is a warrior, dude.
I tell you what, hey, in that last play, you know who made the clearing block so Kennedy Brooks could get in the end zone? Yeah, Drake Stoops.
Drake Stoops.
I mean, he made the clearing block right there. Who made the clearing block on a couple of others? Drake Stoops.
Right.
I mean, and so, he may not always touch the ball, but he always affects the play.
He is tough. He is a tough hombre.
He is, and as well he should be growing up in the Stoops household.
No doubt, yeah.
Battling his
dad said he played at Iowa with a torn ACL all year.
Yeah, senior year. I can do that. I'm not saying that. So let's talk a little bit about the defense. OU's defense got shredded the first half. Got shredded.
Yeah, it was bad. And what they did in the second half, they stopped Bijan Robinson. I think he got 37 yards, but 33 was on one. Was on one run. So they stopped and they shut down run. But the secondary, they have to play better. That secondary is not playing well.
Here's the thing about that: the secondary played bad. Okay, but there's nobody else on the OU schedule that has the passing attack Texas has. Now, maybe Iowa State and Brock Purdy, and I'm not underselling Iowa State in any way, shape, or form, because it'll be a big test. But TCU, on the other hand, plays right into OU's strength on defense. They run the ball. They got over 300 yards rushing against Texas.
Yeah, and you hope OU gets some injured players back. Jalen Redmond, I think, is getting ready to play. The Turner Yell went out the first series.
Well, he's the one when he missed that tackle on the first play.
Yeah.
I mean, he hurt his leg again, and he was out basically.
And Woody Washington, I don't know when he's going to play, but they really miss him at cornerback.
They need them in the defensive back, but I'll tell you what, the defensive line is playing well.
Oh, Bonito, Winfrey had a great game. Isaiah Thomas, they're really good up front.
And the other thing is,
Stutzman too. The freshman linebacker out of Florida.
Downs,
he's good.
The other freshman came in, defensive end. So now the other thing is, Grinch ratcheted up the pressure that second half. He came after Thompson.
I tell you, give Thompson a lot of credit. He got battered and bruised, and he kept on getting up.
And he kept playing well, and what a great game he played himself.
He's a good player.
He's
a really good
quarterback.
player. Yeah.
He's a good player, and he'll be at Texas for a couple more years.
Yep.
But Alex Grinch decided, look, if we're going to get beat, we're going to get beat going after him.
Yeah, he didn't play that soft 8-man drop thing, and where Tom said all day, and that's what you got to do. And he dialed up the pressure in that second half big time.
And that's what and the TCU doesn't pass the ball as well.
Right.
And so their big strength is Evans, the running back.
He's really good.
Zach Evans is really, really good running back, and he and Kennedy Brooks will have a battle this weekend, with the running attack. But OU's strength is stopping the run with the front seven. The linebackers played well. The linebackers got out in space and helped shut down. And you know what else? I thought the best aspect of the entire defense in the second half? Tackling. They didn't miss tackles.
That's right. They did a great job tackling. Yeah.
I mean, they grabbed him and
Bijan Robinson is not an easy guy to tackle.
Well, we saw that when he made the reverse in the first run.
Cut against the grain twice. Put his foot down, boom, boom, and then boom, yeah.
Yeah, and so and they were able to get him down quickly in that second half. And that's what shut him down.
Yeah.
So hats off to the defense and Alex Grinch for making those adjustments in the second half. I think that this week, TCU, I looked up about a TCU post-Texas letdown.
Yeah.
It's so bad, Al, they've only won 21 of 22 after Texas game.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. The old Texas hangover.
Yeah, no Texas hangover. So, hey, this Saturday at 6:30, TCU will be in right over there at Owen Field. And my prediction is OU 42-17.
I'll go 45-21.
You know, I think that's going to be a little bit of a letdown just from the fact that, I mean, it's hard to, to have that magic happen again.
Although with a new quarterback, they may be juiced
Caleb
up.
Williams may have something to say about that, right?
You're right, yeah.
Hey, that's going to do it for this week's show. We'll see you next week here on the OU Football Preview Show.